You already know your bad habit is wrecking your time, your health, or your happiness. You've tried to stop. You've probably even white-knuckled your way through a few attempts relying solely on willpower. But it backfires every time, doesn't it? Here's the thing. It's not because you're lazy. It's not a willpower problem. It's a system problem. You're fighting against deeply ingrained patterns in your brain. And that's a losing battle if you don't have the right strategy. But here's the good news. Habits aren't broken. They're replaced. Welcome back to Mastery Minds. If you're new here, we break down science-backed strategies to upgrade your life, your productivity, and your mindset. If that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss our videos. Today we're learning how to break those stubborn bad habits without relying on willpower. Because let's be honest, willpower always runs out eventually. How many times have you promised yourself, this is the last time, or I'll start tomorrow, only to find yourself back in the same pattern? The problem isn't you, it's your approach. That's why we start with understanding the science behind how habits form in the first place. We're diving into the habit loop. This is a game changer, guys. The habit loop, as described by Charles Duhigg, has three parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is the trigger. It's the thing that signals your brain to go into autopilot and initiate the habit. It could be a time of day, a location, an emotional state, or even a specific thought. Let me give you an example. Feeling stressed, that's the cue, leads to scrolling through social media, which is the routine. The routine is the actual behavior, the habit itself. It's what you do automatically in response to that cue. In our example, that's the mindless scrolling through social media. And finally, the reward. This is the payoff, the reason your brain loves this habit loop so much. It gets something out of it. Maybe it's a quick hit of dopamine, a feeling of distraction from stress, or even just a way to avoid boredom. So how do you actually use this? Grab a pen and paper, I'm serious. Write down the habit you want to break. Now get really specific about your habit loop. What's the cue? What's the routine? And what's the reward your brain is chasing? Don't just say I'm trying to stop snacking. Dig deeper. Is it boredom? Stress eating after work? Late night cravings when you're watching TV? Get crystal clear on the cue, routine, and reward. Because once you understand the mechanics of your habit loop, you can start to change it. Remember what we said about willpower? It's a limited resource. Trying to simply erase a habit, to go cold turkey, is like swimming upstream. It's exhausting and unsustainable. Our brains crave those rewards, remember? So instead of trying to fight that, we're going to outsmart the system. Here's the key. Habits are replaced, not broken. We're not going to try to eliminate the reward. We're going to change the routine that gets us there. Let's go back to our social media example. Let's say your habit loop is feeling stressed after work, which is the cue, and that leads to scrolling through social media, which is the routine, for a sense of distraction and escape, which is the reward. Instead of trying to simply stop scrolling, which will leave you feeling restless and craving that escape, we're going to replace it. What if, instead of opening Instagram when you feel that end-of-day stress, you put on an inspiring podcast? Or, grab a fiction book and get lost in another world for 20 minutes. See what we did there? Same cue, feeling stressed, different routine, engaging content that's actually enriching your mind instead of numbing it. And the reward? Still a sense of escape and relaxation, but now it's coming from a place of growth, not just mindless scrolling. Okay, we've identified the habit loop and chosen a replacement behavior. Now it's time to make some changes in your environment to support your success. Think of it like this. You're the architect of your life. You get to design your surroundings. And I'm not just talking about throw pillows and paint colors. I'm talking about designing your environment in a way that makes good habits easier and bad habits harder. This is where friction comes in. Friction is anything that creates a barrier between you and your bad habit. The harder it is to engage in the bad habit, the less likely you are to do it. Let's say your bad habit is binge-watching TV when you should be sleeping. Well, guess what? Tonight, you're not going to unwind in front of the TV. Instead, try reading a book, taking a relaxing bath, or journaling. Make it inconvenient to even start the bad habit. Unplug the TV, hide the remote, delete the app. I'm serious. Make it a project to get to it. Chances are you'll lose the urge by the time you overcome your own roadblocks. Now on the flip side, we want to make those good habits, the ones we're trying to build, ridiculously easy to start. Think about it. The easier something is to do, the more likely you are to actually do it, right? This is where the 2-minute rule comes in, a game changer from James Clear's Atomic Habits. The idea is simple. Break down your desired habit into a 2-minute version of itself. Want to start exercising every morning? Tonight, lay out your workout clothes, fill up your water bottle, and put your shoes by the door. That's it. That's all you have to do tonight. Tomorrow morning, when you see those clothes staring back at you, it's much easier to take that next step. Want to eat healthier? Spend 5 minutes prepping a healthy snack or two for the week. Chop some veggies, pack some nuts, have a pre-portioned healthy option ready to grab and go. We're creatures of convenience. Make those good choices the most convenient, no-brainer option available. Listen, changing your habits isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent, it's about progress, not perfection. So, which habit are you trying to break right now? Drop it in the comments below, let's do this together. If this video clicked for you, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Mastery Minds for more science-backed strategies to level up your life every single week. We've got new videos every Monday and Thursday. Until next time, remember, don't try harder, try smarter. See you next time.